Hello, hello. How's everybody doing out there? Fuck day is it? 14th of January, 2022. Here we go. Start talking, start coughing. Because I don't talk to anybody all day here. It's just me. So today we'd like to talk about the S650 Mustang spy shots that have been all over Instagram and some news outlets. And I don't know if Car and Driver, let me see if Car and Driver has anything. Car and Driver. I think Car and Driver might have had some kind of post about it because my inbox got flooded today. Wow, that's crazy. The Car and Driver is, imagine being like a big, massive car magazine and you don't have the scoop on like spy shots or anything like that. Like you don't have the scoop. Instagram does. So if you go to Instagram, obviously, you guys have seen the new spy shots for the S650. You click the hashtag and we'll see if other people have the S650 hashtag. Yeah, here we go. New gen Mustang. Maybe there's more than one spy shot. That's a better picture. The guy named Mustang Klaus has a much better zoomed in photo of what looks to be a tremendous piece of fucking garbage. But hey, look, they might surprise us and actually have a all-wheel drive 3.5 EcoBoost hybrid power plant. No, they're not gonna have that shit. Why would they have that shit? Why would they have cool shit like that? I don't know. Some people are very, very hopeful. Some people are very optimistic, and I am pretty much off of the Mustang game. After 2021, they decided to not provide, or manufacturers locked the computer, and we do have access to it, but not really. So a lot of people, and like me in my camp, started going backwards. They started looking for older S550s, older cars, and they started kind of going, well, the government's going to pretty much make ICE vehicles gay as fuck, and Ford usually bring horsepower up every time a new Mustang comes out. But this time, horsepower has gone down. Now, who's to say that because this looks like shit, right? But if you saw what the spy shots of the GT500 looked like, the car looked legit. Like had wide tires, had a good stance, even though it had all this rat bullshit or this camo shit on it. The GT500 spy shots, let me see, GT500. Man, I'm sweating already. Spy shots. It actually looked good, Images. There's one in particular that looked really good. Like when you saw this around town, you started going, okay, I'm down with that. Even though they camoed it up, it had GT350 wheels, you had some kind of hope, and it looked really promising from what they could tell. They kind of just did some bullshit. And then this picture showed that it had beefy, meaty tires. Like when you saw the spy shot of the GT500, you thought to yourself, this bitch has wide rubber on this sucker. So you were at least, this is the picture I'm talking about. This picture right here got me excited for the new GT500 because it had some rubber on the motherfucker. And I said, okay, now we're talking. Now we're looking like it's a little something, something. Then this thing comes out and your dick goes inside your body. Like it goes right inside your body. You jumped in a cold pool, and that's the same effect that this picture gives me when it comes to Mustangs and the future of Mustangs. So just wanted to get that out of the way because we usually talk car shit for about 2 seconds and then we talk about everything else on the planet. But yeah, the spy shots are not promising. I'm basically comparing them to the spy shots of older GTs, Mach 1s, and GT500s. And this thing looks like an EcoBoost with eBay Altiza lights and exhaust tips that were bought at Advanced Auto Parts. It just, nothing about it makes me go, oh, cool, I'd like to know more about it. Steeda Autosports is like, we're excited to have. I'm like, okay, maybe for suspension parts, but not because of the looks of the Mustang. So there's the intro. Spy shots everywhere. I got tagged everywhere on spy shots. So that's my thoughts on the spy shots. Mike Schmidt in the house. D-Rock Fox, Godfather. S550, Nukem, Diego Flores, Jared Wells. Thought it was a GTR when I first seen it today. Nicholas Mangione says, definitely more of an evolution than a revolution. Godfather again, Giuliani. Pat Dewan, Ford trying to create a global product compared to an enthusiast product. Junk. I agree 100%. Madame Israel Rios, Andrew Martin, Ray, Angel H, Minibike Madman. Don't worry, some real teal content will be coming up. You ever watch Pink? Says Minibike Madman. Been watching all the episodes on YouTube. Some of these street racers could learn some lessons from that show. Ha ha ha. 508 Josh, Blake Bailey, JD Swag the Mod, Troy Johnson, same motherfuckers. Miguel 50, Rich 50, Coyote Fury, JD Swag said that I was sad that the red car was gone. I was happy for the guy. So yesterday the gentleman came through, bought the Mustang, no bullshit, bye-bye, puts it on his trailer. See you later. I'll get him the title in a couple of weeks. That's how it should be. It was like the most easy purchase ever. Handed me a wad of cash. I said, bet. We signed over some paperwork and took my license plate off. And him and his son, good guys, met them. Hopefully they'll enjoy the vehicle. The vehicle will be in the Orlando area for a very for a foreseeable future. From the shots that are okay. A Wheeler, Bondo Bird in the house, missing gears. I thought I heard a gear. Someone miss a shift, so I knew Bondo Bird was in the house. I wonder how much power to hold. Has Grin, Isaac Castro, Justin Gully, Boosted 10R80, Hesham, Aman, Downhill Daddy, DSM Fury, Coca-Cola, Coyote Fury, John Good, Abdullah Al Abbasi, Rowdy 50, and CBR. So, do you have any hopes that it'll actually be a decent anything? Like, I have no hope. Zero. The GT500 will always be the GT500. That's going to be probably the only vehicle that you can buy from Ford that still has balls left. Although it doesn't have a stick, which is so sad. Like, I'm waiting for somebody to put a stick in it. And I know the people that own GT500s. You know what's funny about GT500 owners now? They're like, oh my God, it's the most revolutionary Mustang. It's a DCT equipped Mustang. You know, Porsche has been doing it forever, you know, and it's $100,000. So stop it. Stop being surprised, okay? But trust me, there are enthusiasts out there that still want a stick shift in that car. And if you were to have a stick shift in the Predator Mustang, I guarantee it will sell well. A TR6060 equipped. Look at the Cadillac CTS-V Blackwing. Just the fact that the amount of buzz it generated because it had a stick was pretty phenomenal. So imagine if you get men back in cars with stick shifts, not DCT gay boys, and you actually introduced it with a man pedal, a TR6060 or TR6070, a 7-speed. I think it's what it's called, a 6070 or 7070, maybe. I forget what it's called. I forget what the new, like the C7 Zeos, like the C7 transmission, and I believe it's a TR6070 or 7060, but I know there's a 7 in there somewhere. People would buy it. I would actually consider buying it. But with a DCT, fuck no. Not just no, but fuck no. Yeah, it's quick, it's fast, and it does what it's supposed to do, and it makes good power for what it is. I don't care. It's an auto to me. It's an auto to me. Like, literally an auto to me. So if the GT500 came with a manual, I'm down for that shit. Then you'd see me potentially look at those cars. But until then, I don't care that it has a DCT. How's the family? Can I port the throttle body, but leave the valve thing the same size? Don't know what the fuck he's talking about. We already know we talk about porting throttle bodies. Tim Fush says, hey, Alex, just wanted to say thanks for getting me squared away. The car picked up 7 tenths, 60 to 130 on the race gas. I'm thoroughly impressed with the difference it made. 7 fucking tenths. So what, you went from 730 to like 650 or 660. That must have been fucking fun to see that on the Draggy. Like, holy shit, what a difference some Sunoco 260 GT makes with the proper tuning. And he has an ESS supercharger on the car. So for those of you that have wondered about that ESS supercharger, I haven't seen any issues with the tuning aspect. It literally tunes identical to the Vortec V3 and Paxton 2200 head units, like exactly the same, MAF curve and all. So if you guys, don't want to wait 75 weeks for a Whipple with total American rotors, totally American. I mean, they're totally made in the USA. There's no way any 100% America rotors. And if you don't, and if you don't want to wait for Magnuson to make the blowers for VMP, boy, I'm just talking all this shit today. You can get yourself into an ESS a supercharger, sir. Who in the fuck? Some guy thinks my name is Kevin. Hi, Mr. Kevin. This is my work WhatsApp. We can talk about detailed scenarios here. Who in the fuck is this person? And this guy probably sent me yet another Spyshot link to the Mustang. But no, I'll pass on that one. Thank you very much. I've been hearing good feedback on ESS. Yes, I have not had anything bad to say about them. Timothy Fush says 703 to 6.3. That is fast. Guys, that's fast. A 703 ESS centrifugal 10R80 car going to 630, and that car probably is on 10 or 11 pounds, no more than that. That's super legit. GT500 and 350 were the old style S550 body. They keep making it worse with the refreshes, right? So I've always wondered that. I always wondered that if you bought a 2020 GT350, were you mad that it looked older than an 18 GT? You look at an 18 GT and it has these wonderful headlights. Maybe you guys don't like them, but when you drive, I used to own both. I used to own the red car and the white car. I have the white car. And when I would drive the white car, the visibility on the lights were not even close. It was night and day difference. The headlights on a Gen 3 versus a Gen 2 or a later model GT350 or GT500. When I drove the Lund's GT500, I was kind of dismayed that the visibility was exactly the same as my 2015 Mustang. Yes, a brand new, right off the wrapper, 6-figure Mustang had 2015 headlights. And when I got home and got into my Gen 3 car and turned on the lights, that bitch lit up the whole fucking sky. And I thought to myself, imagine, but buying a GT500 with 5-year-old headlights and calling it a new car, and a GT looks just way more advanced than your car because all they did was, they didn't even refresh the headlights. They didn't do anything. They just, different, some body work, but why in the hell did they keep the same fucking headlights from 15 to 17? I still don't know what's going on with that one. Josh Buchanan says, did you have a falling out with VMP? No falling out with VMP. I never really had I wasn't riding their dick. Once my 10-year was over there, it was over. That's it. I've always said that the Roush 2.3 and the Gen 2 and the Gen 2R were some of the better blowers for Coyotes, but you're not going to see me go out of my way to rep VMP. They're not paying me a monthly stipend to rep them, so I'm going to say whatever the fuck I want at this point. I have afforded myself that luxury. S650 GT500, you will probably see all-wheel drive hybrid. Okay, I don't think so. I think the GT500 will end with a Predator. I don't think once it's over, I think it is a specialty vehicle. So I wonder if the future GT500s, because they're not beholden to the whole passenger car mile per gallon standard. I'm trying to not show the guns and keep you guys all, I'm trying to make your girlfriends not so wet. I wonder if they'll just stay Predator. Supposedly, from what I read, Predator's going to be around for a couple more years at least. And then I don't know what they're going to do after that, because most Shelby homos like V8s. But how can Ford keep pumping out 600, 700 horsepower V8 cars with the emerging EV cars that are out there right now? And how are you going to sell that? Honestly, the DCT was good for performance, but not good for enthusiasts. I'll be honest with you. A lot of people that got into the GT500, they think it's badass, all this stuff. And then after a week or two, they start going, boy, I wish this thing had a stick. Like that's the first thing I thought when I got into the Lund GT500. I'm like, cool car, but man, if this thing had a stick, it'd be a completely different animal. Do I need to walk 100 feet to record our rotor manufacturing department? Oh, I mean, if you're 100 feet from Xinjiang province, I mean, go for it, brother. Are you in China right now? Oh, bro, Bondo Bird. I love you, Bondo Bird, but, sorry. If y'all still having issues, with supply chain stuff, 80 weeks out, 500 weeks out, why? Like, I thought, don't y'all have your own foundry? Aren't you the machinist for the motherfucking place? So what materials are missing from your shit? Let me guess. Chips. Yeah, okay. The 15 to 17, you can swap the fogs from the Australian version and put HIDs. Also, 55 watts D2H HIDs fit right in, but need to bypass some wires. Definitely worth it. Says Smurf Eco 2.3. Owns an EcoBoost. What would Lund even do to increase performance of the GT500 if you had access to the DCT in the GT500? Faster shifts? What could guys with access besides firmer shifting? Firmer shifting, guys, quicker, firmer shifting. What's happening right now is the TCM tells the PCM to pull timing because of the clutch situation. So it has a heat sensor on the clutch, and once it reaches a certain temperature, it pulls power. Like, it pulls power pretty aggressively. Now, there's been ways around that. Junior has figured out a way around most of that stuff. Weight is going to be probably the biggest thing. Like, when I see somebody do a big, stupid, dumb burnout in a DCT equipped GT500, I know it's going to throw a clutch temp code, or it's not going to make the 1-2 shift or 2-3 shift. It's just going to neutral out, and it's going to throw a clutch over temp code. So if we had full access to the DCT TCM, torque limits can be raised, because right now that's the biggest culprit. Not necessarily faster shifts, but the allowing of all the torque to make it to the wheels is crucial, because right now it's limited based on clutch temps and whatever other software that's limiting torque to get all the way to the wheels. But obviously you're going to start breaking stuff. Once you do that, once you start letting the clutches do what they do without limiting power, it's going to start breaking stuff. Thanks for the amazing tune, says member of Phil. I have the Gen 2 TVS that you finished up on pump today. Looking forward to the 260 GT tune. Okay, Phil, hopefully we get you going on that one. I'm curious, did Lund completely stop using SCT devices? Yeah, you're about 6 fucking months too late. Actually, you're almost a year too late. Would there be any difference between tuning an all-wheel drive Mustang and normal rear-wheel drive Mustang, assuming they're both same gen Coyote, weight, etc.? I mean, as long as there's nothing limiting, no, it's like an F-150. Like, a two-wheel-drive F-150 and a four-wheel drive F-150 generally get the same tune. If you were looking to upgrade your bottom end in a Gen 2, what block would you go with? Sleeve Gen 2, Gen 3, or Predator? Probably a sleeved Gen 2. I'm off of the Predator train. If you are looking for a Billy badass bottom end, sleeving a Predator isn't the way to go. A stock Predator can take upwards of 1100 horsepower, but if you're like going to sleeve it, I would definitely get after a Gen 2 block as opposed to a Gen 3. I really thought it was slow. Sorry, not a roll racer. What is slow? Cuban says. What's happening? What a Cuban Coyote. What is considered fast 60 to 130? I'm in the 4s. That's fast. I'm 470s. I went 370s or 360 in the quarter mile. At the track, 60 to 130. It's on the Texas 2K video somewhere where I went 370 or something like that, and that's the in-car video. Actually, let me go try to find that. Give you guys some little content there. But yeah, that 3s are fast. 3s are super fast. On the street, If you could do 3 on the street, you're legit fast. Alex, have you tuned 2020 plus GT500 or does Junior handle most of them? Junior handles most of them because there's so many things that you have to do to them that Junior, and there's not that many out there in terms of volume, that Junior pretty much takes care of the tuning on those. Alex, I'm really disappointed in YouTube. I actually enjoyed the background videos gaming that used to play on the big screen TV that was positioned behind you. Yeah, so I have the TV on my left here. If you guys were to see my setup, on my left, I have the big massive TV, and I'm going to reorient that in such a way once I get, I'm going to get that couch out of there. I'm going to put like a stand or something back there just so you could see background stuff. Maybe put the TV in a stand back there and just have like things playing in the background, video games. I have a bunch of these flat screen TVs that I could put up in the back in a strategic way and be nice. But movies cannot be played on YouTube. I'm sorry, on this channel in the background because algorithmically, the AI knows that you're playing a movie that is copyrighted and they demonetize your video right away to the point that you cannot even trim it out because it's on your whole show. Now, when you have video games in the background, the Nintendo Switch in the background, the PlayStation, Gran Turismo, I'm gonna do that again. This weekend is gonna be the first weekend that I'm gonna be free for a long time. So I'm gonna see about getting the background set up a slightly different way, just so that I can, have something for you guys to look at as opposed to just a shitty, cum-stained couch and one racing check and a bike. So let me see. So let me go to my channel. Wow, I watch a whole bunch of dumb shit. Playlists. It'll be GT500. And I think I have the Texas 2K one up there where I fucking just stunk it up. Jesus Christ. We do not need that. Section 8 goes for a cruise. That was gay. The dyno video. Laundry machine track rental. I could have sworn I did GT500 Texas 2K. Let me go back to my channel and see if I can look up Texas 2K stuff about TX2K. Yeah, I had a terrible outing at TX2K with the GT500. Everything went wrong in it. The alternator shit the bed in it. The intercooler pump didn't want to work. Nothing wanted to work. And I thought to myself, why the fuck am I doing this? Like, why the hell am I doing this? So yeah, I guess I just streamed. I guess all I did was stream some live out there. 11,000 people actually watched that video. But yeah, there is no video of me at the track with the car. If there is video, there's it's probably somewhere like on Instagram or something like that. But I'm not gonna go back and look at it. I thought I had it here, but I don't. Fuck it. Okay, I ran my 810 5.0 at the track, and the other day with long tube headers into dumps, stock tune, couch touches the wall, and went slower despite a faster 60-foot back pressure issue. Guys, there's no back pressure issue on NA cars. What makes you think back pressure is an issue on naturally aspirated cars? Like what? There's no back pressure issue. If you ran dumps and the car 60-footed better, but it sucked dick down the track. Now, if you had dumps, did you have the rear O2s plugged in? If you didn't have the rear O2s plugged in, it probably didn't fuel properly. So, who knows what's happening there. If CAFE standards are an average fuel economy, wouldn't having more fuel efficient options help Ford create better car for enthusiasts? Yeah, but at the end of the day, Miguel, I think they're just stuck with whatever the government is mandating. And the government, because the government knows so much about science, now they're telling you that you're just going to have to live with Omicron. Forget the 800, remember back in the day when they were like, y'all got to get vaccinated because if y'all don't get vaccinated, you can fucking get sick. And then they're like, well, you could still get sick. And then they're like, well, it doesn't matter what the fuck you do. You're going to get sick. So the government knows so much about science that they mandated vaccine shit. And by the way, that got struck down. Congratulations on the fucking people that struck that dumb thing down. But they kept it for a health worker, which just blows my mind. But now the government's saying, these bureaucrats that have never had a real job, or if they've had a real job, they've had it for a small period of time, are telling auto manufacturers, Yeah, that's right. Auto manufacturers, that they have to make nothing but electric vehicles, which I think is stupid. I think it's just make more fuel efficient vehicles, of course. Make like 50 or 60% of your fleet has to have this many better miles per gallon in the long run. But Jesus Christ, don't outlaw ICE vehicles, but they are. So what's going to happen? Now, I highly doubt that's going to be reversed unless someone like another Trump comes in and says, yeah, fuck that shit. Like if Trump comes in and says, yeah, that shit about being ICE vehicle, fuck that shit. Keep doing ICE shit. Have electric, that's fine, but we're not going to mandate y'all do that bullshit. It'll be an interesting thing if like a normal person gets back into being president, not a fucking senile old man that shits his pants every 2 fucking seconds. I can't wait. I can't wait for like normalcy to come back. Naturally, when you 60 foot better, it seems your trap speed drops slightly. My draggy passes always have a few mile an hour on the tip end and track days with a worse 60 foot. I wanted to run Texas 2K. It's the reason I started my build, but then seeing the way the tool bag treated street cars, I'll go somewhere else. Yeah, I wouldn't run 2K if you fucking paid me. I wouldn't run 2K if you paid me. Not that I'm anybody, but the way they treated the street racers, fuck that place. Fuck that place. Fuck that event. I'm waiting for a construct. What the fuck is saying? Bond number. Casting companies, America can't keep up. Okay, that's our biggest issue. We would be better off starting our own foundry like Edelbrock had to. I mean, then do it. Why doesn't? I mean, what happened to the Whipple Army? Oh, well, Whipple Army. Oh, Whipple Army. Why don't you take 100% control of your situation? I know that Roush doesn't, or Roush has PAS, Performance Assembly Solutions, or Livonia, wherever the fuck they're located. That's where they cast and machine and make the TVS units for Roush. They used to make them for VMP, but VMP now had Magnuson cast their ship, and who knows if that's even a thing anymore, because I am way out of the loop. Hey Alex, first time live viewer, just picked up a 2012 single turbo Coyote with a stock Gen 1 C7 vet. Did you get an on 3 turbo car? Did you get a on 3 turbo car? When someone says single turbo Gen 1, I think on 3 turbo car. He says, would you recommend I switch to a new Gen 3 short block or a Gen 2? Depends on what you want to do. Gen 3 and Gen 2 bottom ends have similar peak torque and horsepower numbers that the bottom end will hold up to. So I would probably do a Gen 2 if you can find it. If not, a Gen 3 with Gen 2 heads and a set of Predator gaskets should be, higher compression, assuming you're on E85. It'll make a little more power, but I think the peak power you'll be able to make and peak torque you'll be able to make on Gen 3 or Gen 2 are going to be the same number, which is like high 800s, low 900s for it to be quote unquote reliable. But then after that, it's just a crapshoot. CJ Guyar says, I recently got a new job and have money for boost. Good for you. Gen 1 MTD2, I want 650. What is the least painful way to get there? Centrifugal, top mount, don't want turbo, and gonna stay on 93. LU47's okay? No, LU47s are not okay if you want to make about 650 horsepower. MU52s, at least similar to a 1314 GT500, a Whipple 3.0, a 2650, a 2.3 Roush or VMP, a Paxton, a Vortec, or a ProCharger. Any of those at 10 PSI will get you to about 650. The White House started setting up concrete walls. No announcement about it. Interesting. That's not bad for just tune and E85, especially if you're full weight. I know you guys out there fully gutted and that shit barely running 7s. Do you think that in 2022, when the Dems get shit on some more and the EPA stuff will slow down? No. I know it's an exclusive executive organization, but could congressional pressure possibly prevent the extreme overreach? No. No, as long as there is a Democratic president and most of the people in the committee don't hold their feet to the fire, and I think we're going to have a EPA do what they do, because they've been doing what they've been doing even since the Trump administration. When even when I remember it all started hardcore after the Volkswagen stuff and the Volkswagen screwing over the test. Like, you want to blame anyone for this recent push? It's Volkswagen. They screwed with their diesel stuff to manipulate, and then they started being aware of what defeat devices, and then they started just naming anything that plugs into the OBD2 port a fucking defeat device. A progressive insurance plug-in thing that saves you money on your insurance depending on driving habits can technically be labeled a defeat device according to their language. It's just so fucking stupid. But I don't think, as long as there's a Democratic administration, I don't know why Democrats should ever be in power. They're literally the most retarded fucking party on the planet. And the Republicans are literally the biggest fucking pussy ass hoes, bitch asses on the fucking planet. No backbone, no spine, no fucking testosterone, pussy ass hoes. So, but I don't know why anyone would vote Democrat, like literally ever. Like literally ever. The White House started setting up concrete walls. No, I already got that. Let me go down to the most recent comments because you guys are just talking all this shit. Hopping on late. Hello, everyone, says Josh Roy. My all-time best NA 60-130 was 891 on my channel. Okay. Drag pack 85. That's when I whippled and it 5.5 on 20s. Now going for 4s. Drag pack in good weather within a month. Mach 1 Vin says, hey, Alex, I know you're not a big fan of the New Edge. I really hate the New Edge, Mach 1 Vin. They're really ugly. I have an 03 Mach 1 with fully built 900 SE. What does SE mean? Street Mod MMR. Que vaya con Dios with that MMR shit. Is the 5.2 XS, and he's gone, and he's fucking gone. He's gone. See you later. Fuck, he's gone. Tyler Smith, TDC show tonight. Depends on what's going on with my girlfriend. I think we're going to hang out tonight, so I don't think I'm going to give you guys a show tonight. I don't know. I'm just kind of like, unless I have great shit to talk about on that channel, I'm not just going to hop on for the sake of hopping on, but we'll see. Alex, best shop to build the TR6060. Ben Calamer transmission, plain and simple. And it all depends on what you want to do with it. Look, a lot of people want to go full race, but Ben Calamer's shit is super fucking legit. He's got a senior has a TR6060 built by him in this car. Hasn't had any issues. Is the 5.2 XS Illuminator just a crate engine 5.2 Voodoo? No, the 5.2 XS is cross plane, not flat plane. So it probably has more in common with the Predator than it does the Voodoo. You have these diesel trucks, every time they accelerate, global warming goes up. The S650 is fire and amazing. I'm getting it. Okay, gotcha, Slick. The one and only Slick Rick. Appreciate the insight, and you hit that right on the nose. It's an 80 millimeter on 3. Well, I mean, they make power, but remember, Gen 3, if you want to do a Gen 3, get Gen 2 heads. You might be able to use the Gen 1 hands, and I think the Predator gasket is your huckleberry when it comes to using the right gasket, but you'd have to ask an engine builder just to make sure that I'm right on that one. Dan, you made a fan out of me just now, says Ernie, Erne75. Insurance don't offer the OBD2 thing anymore. You just set it up on their app and works off of the GPS on your phone. Oh, interesting. But how do they know you're driving? What if you're in a passenger car and he does a 60-130 pull? Does it say, hey, you were going really fucking, or unless it has to be on to record? But that's a stupid thing. So what if you don't record that day? Or is it always recording? Yeah, I don't want that on my phone either. Are resonators restrictive on a forced induction car? Yes, Anthony McGinnis. I remember that once a resonator deletes on S197s were installed, the car picked up like 15 horsepower on a boosted setup. So yeah, hopefully that answers your question. What? New edges look cool. Sure, Salim. Got it. Maybe in Qatar, wherever you're located, they look cool. But here in civilization, no, they're just regular looking cars. Just want to say thank you for all you do, sir. You're welcome, Jesus Perez. Got a lot of people watching. That's interesting. I didn't realize you had over 350 people watching on a Friday out of all days. Maybe because it's January and it's cold where the fuck you're at, but in Florida, it is in the, 68 degrees and sunny right now. Love it. Thank you for the help, Alex. Much appreciate the insight on where my car is going to go. Last question. If I get a top mount, will I see less knock issues? Yes. I know centrifugals knock on the shift. Yes. Top mounts are inherently less prone to false knock. All centrifugals are more prone to false knock. Even my car, I had to definitely fuck with the knock sensors. I've got a good catfish story for TDC, says Tyler Hornsby. email it to me, unless you want to just say it, because you guys are, I mean, I love you, but the stories have to be kind of on the short side. But maybe I just have to do a longer show to let the stories play out. But man, it's tough for me to be on for 2+ hours after working an 8-hour day, doing this live stream, then doing another one, and then having that one take over 2 hours. No, it's just, I'd rather go to sleep. We're roasting down here, 84 degrees, says Downhill Daddy. How you doing today? Hope the family's good, says the Danimal. What part of Florida should I move to? Look, Palm Beach County is the most expensive area in Florida by far. Palm Beach County is ridiculously expensive right now. Maybe Sarasota and down southeast, southwest is similarly expensive, but goddamn it, right now to rent in Palm Beach County, it starts with a 2 and a 5, $2,500 to get a decent pad. I'm saying decent, not this place. This place I've been here a little bit, so the rent is under, somewhat of control. But if I wanted to get a 3-2 right now, a 3-2 or a 2-2, like in Gables, Montecito over on North Lake, that's probably going to be $2,500. Gonna be $2,500 easy. So that means I have to have $7,500 to move in, first, last month's, and security deposit. Everything else is on the higher side in Palm Beach County. So if you like country bumpkins and like no people and women with multiple kids from multiple dudes and potentially herp here or there, little herp, little sherp, little clap, little, a little bumpy vagina, Sebring, Okeechobee, Bradenton, places like that are right up your fucking alley. If you want to hear some shitty Michigan accents, go to Tampa. Go to fucking Tampa if you want to hear some shitty Michigan accents. If you want to go to Puerto Rico, you go to Orlando. If you want to go hog hunting, you probably go to Jacksonville. Or if you want to get shot somewhere in a really bad neighborhood in Jacksonville, that's where you want to go. But it is country, typically. But in my opinion, Palm Beach County, based on everything that I've experienced, because I've traveled all over Florida. I've dated all over Florida. I've traveled all over Florida. I've met people, all parts of Florida. And in my opinion, nothing beats Palm Beach County. Nothing. It's expensive for sure. Expecting 12 inches of snow here on Sunday, says Jesus Perez. Tampa is exactly at the freeze line in Florida. Pinellas doesn't freeze. Alex, a lot of attendees are listening in today while working or getting ready for date night. Yeah, you're probably right. I work for Allstate Insurance. Only insurance questions I get, I can help with that over 5 years of experience. Just Salvador Cortez. Look at him trying to get some clients. Now it's a dick. Says that's cheap for a 3-2. No. Not all 3-2s. Some of them are $4,500. I'm on Realtor.com and I received, actually, let me look it up. I got a good email from Realtor.com today and I was blown away. I'm sorry, Rent. Is it Rent? Realtor, rental listings. Okay, here we go. Yeah, look at this shit. So, okay. So basically this is what we got going on. So this is, my area. And it tells you this is a $4,200 a month house. This apartment, I don't know, this is in Boynton Beach, 24. 1 bed, 1 bath, 788 square feet, $2,400 a month. Suck that dick. Okay. $1,400 a month for it looks like a stairway. I think it's not the apartment. I think it's behind the stairway. 768, $1,400 a month. You're going to get shot there. $3,500 a month for a 3-3, 2,000 square feet. God damn. Celestial Way, $3,000 a month. This house is $5,500 a month. Suck, deep throw, and swallow that cum. $5,800 a month for a house in Boca Raton, 3,000 square feet. So you get the gist of it. This area ain't no fucking joke when it comes to the rent prices. How close are you to getting a house? Well, after selling the car yesterday, not close at all. You got to understand, guys, Palm Beach County houses are starting in the 400s to 500s for something that is not impressive. It is not impressive. A 3-2 with 0.17 acres You're going to be in the 450 and it needs work. Okay. People got really greedy once little man just passes out. I love him. People got really greedy once everyone started moving down here during the COVID crisis. People said, well, they're shutting down the states and I need my kids with in-school learning. So they all moved to Florida, and a lot of people that had good money sold their houses to in New York and Pennsylvania for cash, and they came down here and they artificially inflated the prices of the homes by buying them outright cash and paying $10, $15, $25,000 over. So people like me that had 20% down on a $350,000 house, great credit, previous home buyer experience, previous home buyer, all that stuff. We couldn't even get the house to look at because it was already scooped up cash. It was gone. So I'm just going to sit around and wait to see if the housing market comes back to normal. I'm hoping there's going to be a whole bunch of foreclosures when people, there's a lot of rent moratoriums and stuff like that that have gone through. And once those clear up, I'm going to try to scoop a house up. Not in the city, but not like Loxahatchee either. I want to be somewhere in between. Like, I used to like the acreage, but the X is there. I don't want to look in the moon near the fucking X. Fuck all that. Royal Palm, I liked very much, but I want to have a pool. I want to have a big fucking garage, but we'll see how all that goes. Who the hell is Brady Stanga? Says, hey, Alex, go to Longhorn Steakhouse and get a blackened ribeye with the 7-pepper seasoning. Love the show. Hey, that's not a bad idea. I might go to Longhorn with the little lady and try it out, see what the deal is. Thanks for the massive donation. You do not have to do that. I got lucky to get my house for $280, 2.2 with a nice backyard. Good for you, Tyler Hornsby, in Lake Worth, too. So good for you. Alex, are the $5,000 plus a month house rentals tailored more towards corporate rentals for their executives? Nope. People are either snowbirding or, they're rent sharing, I'm sure. But no, there's not a lot of like corporate stuff here. People are just paying that kind of rent for houses here. It's crazy. Tony making an appearance. Tony's the man. Bidding Wars. Howdy, Alex. Dropping in like cash. Replay later. I'll be in Florida in March, and any recommendation on your places to check out? Jacob G GTI. So look, and don't ask me to repeat it. Just remember this. If you're going to be in the West Palm area, you got to hit up Leftovers if you want to grab killer food. Leftovers. The Catch on North Lake. Leftovers is on Military. The Catch is on North Lake. Culinary is on Donald Ross. Great place. Utiki, Jeremiah Camp works there. You will love it. You might be able to catch some 50-year-old puss with Lily Pulitzer dresses, maybe wanting to suck that bitch up. You can go to Aladdin's on North Lake, which is a little Mediterranean joint. Super badass. You can go to a hole-in-the-wall Indian place called Taj Mahal on Okeechobee. I'm telling you, those 5 places alone, you're going to be like, this food is fucking amazing. Every single one of those places is not just good. They're great. They're wonderful. They're excellent. So I would definitely give those guys a shot if you're in my area. Tony looks like he's such a big boy laying there. I remember when he was on your lap. Remember Salvador Cortez with this little guy? This little guy used to be on my lap. Used to be on my lap right here chilling with Dad. And now he is a fucking house. Look at this guy's a fucking house, bro. This guy used to be, remember he used to fit right here, or he used to be like on my hand here, like a little ball. I still look at him every day and I go, how the hell did you get this big? Because, I don't know how he got this big, to be honest with you, but he's been really healthy. He's been one of the most trouble-free, playful. Today, he impressed me with his athleticism. I threw a ball, and I threw pretty hard. This son of a bitch ran up on it like a fucking cheetah. I'm like, whoa. Then the ball did this hop, and he jumped up full speed. Pow! Got the ball, and I was just like, this dog's a badass, like a legit badass. So yeah, he's been really good. It's been super easy dog to take care of. Listens. House training took about 6 months because he's kind of a dumbass. But at the end of the day, he's been a really sweet dog and a great addition to My life, honestly, gets along with every dog on the planet. He's the park superstar because he gets along with all the dogs. He's like the welcoming dog. He's like, come on in and play. He's a good pup. Like 40 pounds now? No. He's probably 28, maybe close to 30. He is all beef. Then hit up my fitness place, says the real Scotty Kilmer. Thanks for the recommendation, Alex. Definitely going to check them out. You got it, Jacob. The problem in Florida is that it's many people moving here are retired, so the workforce isn't growing as fast as it needs to, in my opinion. Mr. King, this area does not have a workforce that is native. You understand? This area's biggest draw is leisure. So if no one that lives here technically works here. A lot of the employees for what do you call them? Resorts. They truck them in from Colombia, Venezuela, Guatemala. Like there's a lot of companies that have programs. Like in my apartment complex right here, most of the apartments are empty until fucking dog hair, I think. Yeah. Most of the apartment complexes are empty until about this time of year when the snowbirds come to fill up the resorts. And there's a lot of Colombian girls out there waiting for the bus to pick them up to go to the resort, the massage places, yada, yada, yada. So Florida is not ever going to be a place where there's a heavy manufacturing base or anything like that. Florida is a leisure state. You come here to eat, relax, massage, get your dick sucked, go to a strip club, get side pussy. This is where that takes place. This isn't a manufacturing hub. This isn't a healthcare state. I mean, the only healthcare here is they take care of you before you fucking die. They don't I wouldn't come here and get badass surgery. No way. I go to Massachusetts if I want to get, my heart worked on or some shit like that. Does Tony like peanut butter? No, homeboy does not like peanut butter. I stuffed that in his Kong ball and he's like, he licks it and then his stomach churns up and he just diarrheas all over the place. Watching Meekum, wow, car prices are crazy. Oh my God. Did you guys see the Fox body that sold for $100,000? $100,000 Fox body. Let me see. I think it was a Cobra.
It's over, Johnny. It's over, Johnny.
Which one is that one? Zero?
It's over. Nothing is over. Nothing.
Just can't turn it off.
You just don't turn it off.
I think it was $105,000, a 93 Cobra. So imagine, oh my God, this is what Meekum is saying these things are going for. So Meekum is actually, they're basically saying this car, guys, a Cobra R, basically a Fairmont with nice wheels, 2,000 miles, the estimate. I mean, do you know that there are guys right now with clapped out Krager SS equipped? This is Kissimmee. So yeah, this one's going to go for $115,000. So there are guys right now that have a yard full of clapped out piece of shit Krager SS, a drag light, 10-hole turbine wheel piece of shits everywhere. And they go, well, if a 93 Cobra goes for $105,000, cars I got outside are at least worth $35,000. Fucking psycho. But yeah, dude, unbelievable that these cars are going for that kind of money. And we're gonna remember, guys, I told you a while back that the Fox body Mustang is the 60s Camaro now. You can say I'm full of shit all you want, but if a Cobra, a low mile Cobra, can command 6 figures at a Meekum auction, you look like a crackhead. Imagine what's an even more rare car than a Cobra R. Cobra R is pretty fucking rare, the Fox body variant. But what is an even more rare Fox body, right? Like a supercharged Celine. All right, like stuff like that. Are things like are Celine's worth more than Cobras in the Fox body world? Could you imagine what the hell that's gonna go for? If you were well off, would you like to buy a lot of land? Yeah, second shift racing for sure. I'd love a lot of land that I'm able to just do whatever the fuck I want in. It has to be kind of on the flat side, not flat, but meaning I don't want to have to tear down a whole bunch of trees to be able to use the land. I'd probably love to build, I don't know, some kind of like quad course or like ATV trail or something like that. Abso-freaking-lutely. Similar to what Wishland Diesel has up in, I think it's Indiana. Where he has a decent amount of land, if I'm not mistaken. I would absolutely love to do something like that, but that's going to be millions of dollars, shit money that I don't have. It has a sunroof, F that. 93 Cobra, $105,000. Dennis the Speed Menace says, what's up, Alex? Thank goodness it's Friday. Well, thank God it's Friday. I'll be there going to Disney for my honeymoon. Got to get out of Texas for a bit. Good for you. For a bit. Just get out of Texas, period. You'll never want to go back to Texas. Every single time a Texan, I don't know, person from Michigan, or when they go to Orlando. Now, Orlando sucks. Anyone that lives in Florida understands Orlando fucking sucks. But if you go to Disney World, it's its own thing, right? It's its own fucking thing. So you shouldn't say, well, all of Orlando's like this. No, Orlando is mostly Puerto Rico. And that's not in a good way. I'm saying Puerto Rico like Los Caseríos, like Las Palmas, like some bad shit. So just because you go to Orlando and enjoy yourself in, Universal, Disney, whatever the fuck else they got going on there, don't think that's how it's going to be everywhere else. If you go to the Palm Beach area, that's going to change you. I've known people that have come here from Texas, Michigan, and even when they lived in Orlando, I had a girl come down from the Orlando area to, I want to see if I can get some of that toto. And she was like, I cannot believe this area is like this. I had no idea. The water is this blue. The scenery is as pretty as it is. I had no freaking clue. Weird times we live in. Every shitbox Fox just appreciated $5,000. I agree. Crazy up here in Canada. Mustang's looking for big money. Fox body prices are out of control. What about the Integra that sold for crazy money? No one cares, Elite Gaming. Throw the ball, damn it. I know. Look, no. The thing is, if you throw the ball with this dude, it's just never ending. Ball. So you have to just ignore him. And then when you're done, then you're good. But see how he just wants attention. You just have to basically keep pushing him and ignore him. And just let him do his thing. Because a lot of people, he wants to play, so play with him. No. You run the show. You don't fucking play with him when you don't want to play with him. Type R Integra. Elite Gaming, no one gives a fuck about a fucking Type R Integra. Who gives a shit? The Fox Body Cobra cost what a new GT500 costs. Still want a Buick Grand National GNX. Me too. Oh, me too. A Buick Grand National GNX would be fucking soup. It's sick. Apparently, this fucking YouTube thing just fucking froze. That's what I love about getting on at 5 o'clock. It seems like everyone gets on at the same time, and my internet goes, bye-bye. See you later. And I refresh the page, and it's still being a fucking asshole. It's just like taking forever. But I guess on the replay, you don't see any difference. Like when I go back and look on the replay, it's perfect. It's like absolutely perfect. Let me just get rid of all the other browser windows just to make sure it's not a Chrome problem. Okay, there we go. Excellent connection, my ass. Had a buddy buy Grand National for about $14,000. He needs some love, but overall, nice. What area would you recommend to live at in Florida? Did X/ not listen to the whole fucking show? 363 viewers and 243 likes. Come on, guys, says Dennis the Speed Menace. I like Kissimmee, man. You like Kissimmee? Boy, you must love Puerto Rico. Fuck Kissimmee. Fuck all that bullshit. At OSW, I saw a black fox go 756 at 179 and backed it up with the next run, 75 at 180. Okay. I mean, that's pretty normal. Me neither. I was shocked, says Elite Gaming. I had a buddy buy a Grand. I already got there. You got to be a dad who can smack you to put. You got to be the dad who can smack you to put you in line. Low supply, man. I've never seen a 93 Cobra R in person. No, I get it, but a 93 Cobra seen many of. I've seen a teal one. I've seen a black one. I've seen red ones. I don't think they made silver ones. I think they were just, 3 colors, right? Teal, black, and red. Were there any other Cobra colors? I don't think so. And for it to go for $100,000, it better have like 2 miles on it. The twin turbo variant 93R is even more rare. But yeah, because there's only one, right? Isn't that the Roush one? He wanted you to repeat it. Right, exactly. Nope, just got in. Just got off work. So let me just negate an hour of show and let me ask him a question that's been asked 16 times today on the show. A lot of cars up on blocks in Kissimmee. Yo, Kissimmee is whack. Kissimmee is Puerto Rico. Stop thinking Kissimmee is nice. Kissimmee is fucking Puerto Rico. It is borderline. It's borderline ghetto. It's borderline ghetto. Everyone that lives in Kissimmee works at the parks, right? And they all stuff 7 families in a 3-2. They park on the grass. That's right. Kissimmee people park on the grass. The moment I go to a neighborhood and you see more than 2 or 3 households where they park on the grass on their front lawn, it's a fucking ghetto. Maybe a Celine SA10 or the Roush 351 Twin Turbo, but that Cobra R is the record price for a Fox body Mustang. But the 88 Roush 351 Turbo is probably my favorite Fox ever. Old people garage their 90s Cobra R. That's true. Man, I was in Boca yesterday driving up A1A. It is just beautiful. The bluest water, perfect weather, plus women everywhere. Palm Beach County. If you go from Jupiter and drive A1A or Dixie Highway or whatever, all the way down to Boca, you're going to be blown away at the size of the houses, the clarity of the water. The scenery is just gorgeous and beautiful. It's really tough to beat the drive. I'd love to just take a drive one day, but the problem is that's going to be a boring video. But if you drive A1A from West Palm Beach to Boca, you're going to go, yeah, this is pretty fucking badass here. Man, Alex, you should have kept your Fox body. Imagine how it would look now. All my Fox bodies were trash. Man, I've always been a poor guy. I've only come into money in the last, let's say, 2 or 3 years. But most of my life, guys, I was no different than you guys. I was living paycheck to paycheck, making no fucking money, and surviving with what I could. Broke boy status. Only after I started working for Lund and the YouTube channel took off pretty well, I started having a little money in my pocket, but that's not to say that I'm like fucking loaded. No freaking way. Man, I already got that. People live in Kissimmee, says Boost Lee. That's what I'm saying. Couldn't see paying that much for a Fox. There's an 03 Terminator they're trying to sell for $100,000. No Cobra is worth. Hell, Derek paid $29,000 for a Cobra. I'm just like blown away by that. A1A is a good drive, says JL52L. I like Marco Island and some parts of Naples. It is very pretty over there. Godfather 50 says later. Have a good weekend. Don't forget smash the like button. Hey, I got 289 likes. I appreciate y'all very much. Anyway, Ford could get a flex fuel sensor like GM has. Yes, they could. But if Motec, because now Motec is fully on board with plug and play stuff with Si50, you might see some of that stuff integrated in the Motec stuff if we get our hands on it. Maybe just do a live of the drive point and point out some of your favorite places. That's going to be like a 2-hour live. Alex, do you think an 07 to 14 GT500 would ever be worth $100,000 or more? Oh, of course. Sure. There's going to be the king of the road ones one day. There's going to be the super snakes, all that bullshit. Yeah, for sure. In time, the 07 to 14s they'll be asking that kind of money. Whether it's worth that kind of money or not, that's a completely different fucking thing. Would you get a C7 Stingray over a GT? Maybe. I'd probably get a C6 Grand Sport Corvette over a GT for sure. That's how we respect you. Started out at Taco Bell. Exactly. YOLO Douchebag Dick started out at Taco Bell. Coyote Minicult says, I don't have money. My wife bought my 21 PP for me. Wow, good for you, PP1. Alex still rides out with holes in his underwear, just like the rest of us peasants. Absolutely. There's some of the most comfortable underwear are the ones that are chafed in between your thigh and ball area. And I'm just putting this bitch on. Fuck it. As long as you don't have a hole by your asshole or your dick, you're good to go. 29K for that piece of shit, and it has a misfire, says Victor Garza. Victor, it's cammed. Supposedly, it's cammed. Hell, if that guy sells enough of those super rare Cobras, hats, and mugs, then maybe he'll buy it for $100,000. The only place I can say I like better is the Keys. Keys are beautiful. I hear. I've never been. I've been in Florida for over 6 years, and I have not been to the Keys yet. Palm Beach is beautiful, but it's full of pretentious, bougie people. That's okay. That's okay. I'd rather be around those than around yee country, flared out, fucking positive offset bullshit trucks. I'd rather be around money. I would rather be around money. If you want to make money, you got to be around money. Better be careful. He got butthurt last time he talked about his Cobra, and it was in his video. No, he said he was fine. What's the worst custom Coyote license plate you've seen? Anything with the word Stang. If you use the words Stang for your Mustang, it's cringe shit. Isn't underwear supposed to have a hole by your junk? Not really. Mine, I have one of these because a lot of people go over the fence, not through it when they pee. So some places, some underwear just don't have a pee hole in it. Do you know what I'm saying? What? No keys? Now that's no fun. But I don't drink Elite Gaming. I don't drink. So, I'm sorry. No keys. That's a fun drive. That's a long drive. That's a long ass drive to do just for the sake of driving. I like driving, but not that much. Old Cutler, no cops can hit down that road. Have a good one. All right, I'm out of here. 6 o'clock. It's 6 o'clock. Hi to 360 plus people watching. That's nice for a Friday. I appreciate you guys. So hopefully you guys, if you're getting ready to go out and get some Toto, good luck with that one. Hopefully everything works out for you guys. I'm going to be on Peasant Chat Sunday. I'm going to try to get the injectors given away on Peasant Chat Sunday. So if you are in need of a set of ID 1050Xs with a booster pump, I will be giving some away. All you have to do is have the highest liked comment, more than likely on the Peasant Chat. I'm going to get with Nix and Tarpia, pick them up. Once I have them on hand, I'll get on the show Sunday and make sure that I show them to you. And we can go ahead and get those given away to a lucky member. All right, guys, I'm going to get the fuck out of here. I'll see you guys Sunday. Peasant Chat. Maybe we'll do a dating channel tonight. I'm not going to promise anything. It all depends on what homegirl wants to do. If she's got shit going on, I might pop in, but I'm not going to schedule it because the subject matter, I have a bunch of things to talk about, but the subject matter has to be on point and it has to be scheduled ahead of time. But we'll see. Just stay tuned and keep paying attention to the other channel just in case I do decide to pop in tonight. All right, guys, have a great rest of your weekend. I'll see you peasants Sunday morning, 9:30 a.m.